This is our 1987 Porsche 928 S4 for sale. As you can see, it's in really good shape. Body is really straight. No dents or dings on it, just a few scratches and scrapes all around, nothing too big. A couple rock chips on the front bumper. The fog light has one little bullseye hit. Headlights in great shape. Like I said, the whole body on this car was resprayed into Porsche Speed Yellow. However, it was a very high quality job done. Get a good shot down the side here to see how straight it is down the side. All the OEM beading around the bumpers was placed back in. One scratch back here, that's one of the most noticeable scratches, which is this one right here. This side is also really clean too. Really straight down the side. 996 Carrera wheels are in really decent shape with a lot of tread left on the tires all around. A couple of them have some curb rash, but you probably saw that in the pictures. No bends or cracks or any major work that needs to be done. Probably see that the brakes are really nicely done and still a lot of life left on the rotors. Take you below the car to kind of give you a shot under the rockers here. Hopefully the camera can show that. You can see the newer starter over there. It's a Borla style exhaust. It's not marked with any Borla markings under it, but it is a really nice sounding exhaust and really nice and quiet on the highway. But opens up and is really lively when you want it to sing. But for sure, no rust on the car. Bottom of the oil pan is a little bit moist, but that's to be expected for a car this age. It doesn't drip or leak oil, which is really nice. Take you around to the passenger side here to get a look at that. That's the passenger frame rail and the underside. Really clean. All the jacking points are still intact. Not a speck of rust on the bottom of this thing, which is really nice. I mean, it's probably been a Southern car its whole life. Then on the back here, it's got the dual tip on there. Back end is also really clean under here. All the suspension components are in really good shape. Steering is nice and tight, just how you'd want it to go down the road. Take a look at the interior here. The interior used to be red, but it was trimmed to full black with the suede inserts. Everything is, essentially brand new. Suede on the glove box door, newer window switches. The dash is crack free, a little suede on the instrument, above the instrument cluster too. There are a couple little waves in the dash, but that is to be expected, I guess, for something that this is this age. There's a little shot of the current mileage on the car. All the gauges work. The odometer, tripometer still tick away, so everything's in good working order there. One of the downsides of this car is the aftermarket old school Sony radio, and You can get reception for the radio stations, just it's kind of spotty, but that's fortunately an easy thing to rectify, and it's pretty cheap to find a decent replacement that's more modern, more updated. And this is the passenger side seat. And back here is also just as clean. Suede right there. And the headliner's full suede too. Sun visors are in great shape. And if we open the trunk, I'll show you the door sill here first. Everything is in really good shape. It's a very clean car. And the back end here, which is equally as clean. All the carpet's nice and fresh and nicely trimmed out. And then also the back end has suede trimming along with the OEM plastics, and everything are in great shape. And also the shocks work too, which is great. I'll take a look at the motor here. Central locking system still works with the key in the driver's door or the passenger door. So it unlocks and locks with the key still, which is great because that usually goes out on these cars too. Here's the motor, the engine bay. Really clean. Powder coated valve covers. A bunch of gaskets were redone. Powder coated intake manifold. The oil filler and all the associated pieces with this that are under the intake manifold were replaced with new parts. Everything is really nicely freshened up under here. All the vacuum lines are replaced, spark plug wires, ignition coils. As you can see, this one fuel pressure dampener, and then the other dampener plus the fuel pressure regulator under all of this was replaced. You can kind of see the fuel pressure regulator under there too, that was replaced. But there's 3 of them on this car, and all 3 were replaced. The fuel injection module was replaced, and also the mass airflow sensor was rebuilt. Car starts and runs and drives really nice. Doesn't overheat. No problems with that. The radiator had an end tank leak, so OEM part was used and it was repaired, cleaned and repaired, and works perfectly fine. The car has all of the components for R134A air conditioning. Possibly it needs the compressor done. The compressor just doesn't kick on, but everything is there, and the climate control unit actually works really good, but all of the fittings are R134A. So it should, fingers crossed, be just the compressor that needs replacing. In the next video, I'll turn the car on and we can listen to it running.